Hello, this is my scene evaluation of the Euphoria season 2 episode 5 Rue and Jules breakup scene. Um so first of all, I chose this scene because a lot of people my age and in the target audience of my production have seen Euphoria, and this scene particularly goes with my thing of a breakup scene, and choosing a scene that I think my target audience has seen, I think would help me create my own production. So yeah. So the camera angles so far is actually quite shaky. Her breathing is really emphasized. Um, and it kind of, with the silence with no music, starts to build the tension as soon as the scene starts, as she starts to walk in. Again, as said previously, the camera's really shaky. Um, well, actually, would not really shaky, but it's not like it's being pulled in on a dolly, for example. It's very raw. It adds a lot to the whole drama aspect of the scene, and it keeps the scene feeling real and that this is something that's really happening, not like actors. As well as she walks in, um, it switches to a back clip of her walking in, then the two other characters, one character on the sofa and another one I'm assuming is on a chair. Um, it shows who's in the room. It just kind of builds up that scene to show that she was just in the kitchen. The kitchen and the living room connect to each other.
Oh, okay. I see what the fuck is going on here.
The pacing of the character, she's physically pacing. Um, I think that adds to the whole like she's figured out what's happened, and she's clearly pent up about it. She's clearly upset about it, and this character here, she clearly looks guilty that she's done something. Um, yeah. Um, Off topic about what's currently happening. The lighting in the scene isn't very artificial. Um, if it is, it's made to look real through the windows. That it looks like an early morning, that the sun's shining through. Again, it adds to the whole realism of the scene, makes the scene feel really real.
Well, first things first. Elliot here's a fucking addict. So if he tells you anything fucking different, he's a liar and a fucking snake. Fuck you.
He cares about you.
Oh, this doesn't fucking concern you, Jules.
Yes, it
No,
does.
the fuck it doesn't.
Yes, it does.
How?
So the shouting, I think, really has started to build tension less than a minute into a 4 minute scene. Um, with these two characters early arguing, her pushing the other guy on the sofa, it's clearly showing this built up anger Rue has, which is this character here. Jules, which is the blonde character that we just saw on screen. She's trying to, from what I can see so far, she's trying to protect Rue, but she's just not having it currently. And with the shouting, um, in the calm atmosphere of a living room and a kitchen, um, it really quite makes me feel uncomfortable that this calm setting is being disrupted by these two characters falling out and breaking up. Um, I think it really adds to it and it really makes the viewer feel tense.
Because I don't want you to kill yourself.
You're a fucking rat!
You were lying to me.
Yeah, so you gonna tell my fucking mom?
I didn't know what else to do.
Why the fuck would you say anything?
From what we can see, Rue, she's clearly felt betrayed. Um, from what we can see, she's an addict, from what I'm assuming, and Jules, like I said previously, she's trying to protect her. This scene is already extremely tense. The fact that there's no music, the footage is so raw. A lot of the clips are kind of seen from a perspective. Like right now, it's over the shoulder, and again, it'll flip in between. Um, Lingering a lot on their facial expressions to bring out the rawness they feel with themselves, like the raw anger Rue feels. Um, the lighting as well is a large part, which I'll mention again in a minute.
You are fucking dead to me.
So the lighting almost portrays a hero and a villain, with Rue having a lot of the light on her face, while Jules doesn't have a lot on her. Um, but I'm also unsure on that point because um, Rue is shouting a lot at Jules. She's shouting a lot at everyone, just letting her anger out. But it kind of, with the lighting, it kind of paints Jules in a bad light. Excuse the pun. Um, with her face full of shadow, like with this scene here. Um, we've got the window, and Jules's face, and only some slight light on the tip of her nose, lips, chin, etc. I think that really paints the fact that Rue sees Jules as a villain, um, with the way she's shouting at her, with the way the camera's being placed, and everything like that.
You don't mean that.
I fucking mean every fucking word. You're dead to me, Jules.
I don't believe you.
You and me, we're fucking done. There's nothing fucking there anymore.
That shaky camera movement, I actually hadn't noticed it before. That was very, very shaky. I'm just going to quickly replay that in case you missed it.
Done. There's nothing fucking there anymore.
There. So I think the shaky camera adds to the whole um, kind of unevenness and um, like the fact that these two are breaking down. It's not neat, it's not tidy. They're shouting at each other. Rue is extremely upset and angry. Jules has just been trying to fix it. It's obviously not working. Um, and the lighting is still very natural, as I said before, though it kind of paints Jules in a bad light. Um, I really enjoy the camera in the scene. I honestly think it does a really good job of keeping the tension building between these two characters, even though you know they're breaking up. It kind of gives the audience an uneasiness of what is she gonna do next? What's gonna happen? Is she gonna hit one of these guys again? Is she just gonna storm out? It leaves the audience on edge. Um and I just really enjoy it a lot.
Nothing fucking there. You know, I have a lot of regrets.
As Rue speaks, the camera lingers on Jules. And I think that's to highlight the emotion she's feeling. I don't suppose she feels very guilty anymore. Maybe she feels very upset, but I wouldn't say she feels guilty anymore because she was just trying to help her girlfriend tackle her drug addiction and stuff like that. The camera lingering on Jules's face, I really think that it brings out how she's feeling, even though the camera would typically go to who's speaking. With the camera lingering on Jules as Rue is speaking, it kind of gives the viewer an insight of her face as Rue is speaking to her, how her expressions change, like almost live as she's hearing these words come out of Jules' mouth.
In my life. But I gotta tell you, Jules, meeting you has got to be at the top of my fucking list. Oh, now you wanna fucking cry. Now You wanna fucking cry? Yeah, you're a fucking vampire.
So a lot of the shots in this scene um are close-ups of Jules, are close-ups of Rue, um just to emphasize that these are the characters we are interested in. These are the characters that the audience should be listening to because it centers around them and then breaking up. Um, I want to add stuff like this to my scene personally. Um, maybe with two characters, maybe only with one, but I want to add the tension of the close-ups. I really enjoy it. Um, it really does add to the scene, and I want to portray this kind of stuff in my own piece.
Just go around fucking sucking the fucking spirit out of everyone. You like that shit. Makes you feel good.
You know that's not true.
It is fucking true. It's all about fucking Jules, right? And you don't know what the fuck you're doing. You just act all fucking innocent.
The very slight flare of the nostrils is only something I've just noticed, and it really does add to her character. It kind of looks like her nose is twitching, like a scared bunny rabbit. That she's very frightened of Rue, of her shouting at her, of her like as seen a few seconds ago. Her really getting in her face and shouting at her. Um, it adds to her. It adds to Jules as a character. And as we see Rue get in her face and yell at her, I, it adds to her character as well. Even like her messy hair. You'll see now.
Like you're just fucking.
Like her messy hair here, her almost unhinged behavior. It just shows that she's not crazy, but she's losing it a little bit because of her drugs. Um, uh, that she's almost like she's losing herself, and you can see that through the whole scene as she breaks up with Jules, um, and so on. That she is losing herself.
Sweet little angel, this innocent, sweet little fucking angel who doesn't know what the fuck they're doing. You know what the fuck you're doing!
I love you.
No, the fuck you don't. You love being loved. You're a fucking greedy whore who just likes sucking the life out of people. And it fucking hurts, Jules!
I love you.
No, you don't. Stop saying that! You don't love me! You fucking left me when I fucking needed you. You fucking left me when I was at my fucking
Here, she starts to hyperventilate a little bit. It shows the raw emotion she's feeling, that she's just shouting everything that she hasn't told Jules before. That she is just so vividly upset that she starts to hyperventilate that her girlfriend couldn't be with her. And again, that adds a lot to her unhinged behavior. But also it's a very understandable feeling. Um, not from personal experience, but I'm sure for other people. Um, being with a partner and them not doing anything for you, not making you feel safe, welcome, etc. It can really get to you, and I feel like Rue is at her breaking point at this point. Um, the sounds of her hyperventilating really added to the fact that she's so distressed and upset about this that she's just had to say it now while they're about to break up.
You fucking left me at my fucking lowest, and a real fucking friend, someone who fucking loves you, wouldn't do some shit like that, Jules.
I love you, and I want to help you.
If you want to help me, you can just stay out of my fucking life. Forever. That would be great, because honestly, looking at you makes me physically fucking ill.
At this point, Rue leaves the room completely, and it closes up on her mother, who is actually really disappointed in her. She goes to Jules, and she basically apologizes. Um, that adds to that she thinks that Rue has gone a bit crazy because she has to apologize for her actions and be like, oh, she doesn't mean it, or like, you don't deserve this. I can't quite remember what she says. You'll hear in a moment. But the fact that a parent has to come in and be like, look, I'm sorry she acted this way. Um, that's not good. You know, it kind of adds to the fact that her feelings were so raw and they sounded so nasty that her mother has to come in and apologize.
Sorry, baby. Okay.
I shouldn't have said anything.
The scene then basically just ends with the male character, I'm not sure of his name, um, apologizing, saying he shouldn't have said anything because it would cause you guys to break up. But Jules, I think she knew it was coming anyway. Excuse me. Um, and I feel like she knew this was gonna happen. But yeah, that's the roundup of the video itself. Some extra points I want to make is that I enjoyed the lighting, I enjoyed the cameras. Um, I really enjoyed the shot types as well. So with the lights, it was all extremely natural. It wasn't anything forced. Nothing looked very artificial. It all looked like it'd been shot in a house at like maybe noon or early morning. Um, and that is very obvious. That's what the scene was going for. It was going for early morning, wake up, break up, kind of thing. Um, Again with the cameras, it was so raw. Like somebody was like not filming with their phone, but like somebody shouldn't have been there and they were filming it, and it was shaky to go along with the characters. It was shaky to go along with how um Rue was feeling. It was going along with her feelings, really helped build the tension in the scene, and I really enjoyed it. Um and for my own scene, I want to do something quite similar. Oh, sorry. I want to do something quite similar of how the tension is built with the shaky camera, possibly the lighting, um, and I want my scene to be to try and be just as good as this one with how it's portrayed.